This is a history of Suetonius Tranquillus, the author of the 12 Caesars, one of the most important historical records we have of the Roman emperors, beginning with Julius Caesar and ending with Domitian. Suetonius was the son of a Roman knight born about 20 years after Nero's reign. He was expelled from his administrative position as secretary by the Emperor Hadrian, accused of having informal conduct with Sabina, Hadrian's wife, as recorded in the Historia Augusta in the chapter concerning Hadrian. This expulsion from formal duty gave him leisure time in which he composed numerous works, now renowned for their depth and, at times, their accuracy. Rather than focusing on political or military history, he wrote a kind of memoir which sets him apart from much of the Roman historical tradition. Suetonius's writings exploring the lives of Roman rulers are of great significance, though they are not without contradiction. His accounts often include court gossips and rumors, yet when he discusses such matters, as in the case of Caligula or Nero, he indicates when he does not have full confidence in the information, describing it as uncertain. Suetonius's work provides numerous records that were little known in ancient Rome, some of them quite unusual. His writings discuss and detail the lives of many emperors, mainly 12, as well as teachers of rhetorics and poets, starting from Terency up to Pliny. The poet Pliny describes Suetonius as a most excellent, honorable, and learned man, whom he had the pleasure of hosting and whose acquaintance he valued more the closer they became. The manner in which Suetonius presents his works involves exploring the personal lives of individuals and their conduct with close associates, including their involvement in political or other affairs. This is perhaps the most important feature of his writing. Whatever he gathered serves as a means for us to understand the lives of Romans' great and powerful figures. What was considered harmful, what kind of relationships were discouraged by writers, and which associations were seen as disgraceful. The reference to certain expressions of significance also reveals the nature of good and bad relationships. The modern copy of his work, known as the 12 Caesars, also includes his other writings on poets and renowned orators of past generations whom he met, read about, or learned of through earlier scholars. His engagement with various emperors, most notably Trajan and Hadrian, is somewhat ironic, as his work does not include their lives or anything about them, ending instead with Domitian as the 12th Caesar. The word Caesar, originally the family name of Julius Caesar, became more of a title after him. In German, it is pronounced Kaiser, and even in earlier English literature, we find the pronunciation as in Edward Lytton's Renzi, where the word is spelled Kaiser. The pronunciation itself is not particularly important, as it depends on language and the habits of its speakers. Among the other notable figures covered are Nero, Augustus, and especially Caligula, whose 3-year reign offers much to be studied. Many of the things Suetonius records about Caligula, as he sometimes indicates to the reader, are gossip and narratives that could hardly be imagined to have actually happened. Perhaps that is why these incidents were included, not to be accepted at face value, but to be considered as possible descriptions that might contain some truth. The caution of why Suetonius did not include Hadrian remains as uncertain. We cannot say for sure why he chose to leave him out. Hadrian's exclusion cannot be explained simply by the fact that he was not a Flavian, since neither were the emperors before Vespasian. Only 3 of the 12 were Flavians. After the assassination of Domitian, the emperors who followed were not necessarily from one family, and are often referred to as the adoptive emperors, as was the case with Hadrian, who was adopted by Trajan. It is possible that political reasons played a role in this omission, though we can only speculate. Alternatively, Suetonius may have intended to focus solely on the first 12 rulers, perhaps viewing them as foundational figures of Rome or as the ones celebrated in his time. His work has also become a major source for various documentaries on Roman emperors, and the relevance of the 12 Caesars still echoes in our fundamental understanding of many of the descriptions it provides. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe. I wish you all a good day.